Up next on End of the Day Beer Review, we're going to be looking at Choreographed Explosions. And this is a Kölsch inspired ale, and it's coming in at 5% ABV, and this is by Gusto Brewing Company. Check it out. Hey folks, it's Rich, and I'm back here with another offering from Gusto Brewing Company. As we get to the end of summer, I always try to stretch it out with my beer. And I was just down in Cape May, and I got a bunch of different beers from Gusto Brewing Company. And I say it again, I'm not sponsored by Gusto, but if you get a chance and you want to go down and you want to hang out in one of the nicer really breweries that I've been to, Gusto Brewing Company in North Cape May, New Jersey is definitely worthwhile. Now, they're also really cool guys to talk to. I was talking to Zach just the other day, like 2 days ago. We had a great conversation about beer. And you know, I'm gonna have a bunch of their stuff on here because I brought about 3 or 4 back. So you know what? Let's check this one out. Now, this one is Choreographed Explosions. This is a Kölsch inspired ale coming in at 5% ABV. And you know, one of the things that we were talking about while we were there is the fact that we love the way they named the beer. And in this case, I sort of dig the can art too. I don't know if it's going to come up on camera, but it's sort of a horse and buggy rolling along, and I'm assuming that's the Cape May Lighthouse. But I always, you know, sort of dug the way they name their beer. In fact, I just had an IPA at their place called Meep. Which was really good. And my daughter was at the brewery with me, as was my wife, and we all loved the name. So I am using my Gusto Brewing brewery glass, and I'm sorry, Gusto Brewing Company. I screwed that up a bunch of times. I'm gonna do this maybe again. No, I should know better, Gusto Brewing Company. Anyway, let's give it a pour, and let's see what comes out now. This pours really, really light, which a Kölsch should pour very light. Actually, yeah, should pour very light. Good amount of carbonation here. My pour sort of sucked there. And I know I'm probably not using the proper glassware for this, but I like using the Gusto glass. What we have here is a beer that is almost lemony in color, little hazy. About 2 fingers worth ahead, but that might be my crappy pour. I'm getting a lot of yeastiness. It's going to sound sort of crazy, but I'm also getting just a hint of lemon. So yeah, that breadiness, that yeastiness, a little bit of lemon. I'm sort of interested to see how this is going to be. Now, Kölsch is not always my style of beer, but you know, I've come to realize that if I'm going to go with a new style of beer, I like it, I don't love it. I love the stouts. You know, so far Gusto has taken me through trying a lot of new beers. So I have tried Kölsch's before. Let's see this one. Oh God, that is infinitely crushable. Oh wow. Okay, so let's go through this. The carbonation is good. It sort of wakes up that flavor as it goes down the back of your throat, and you get this really nice sort of yeasty, bready flavor. But what's funny is I'm getting, it almost tastes like a saltine cracker. Normally when I say breadiness, I can't identify the bread. This has almost like a sourdough cracker, saltine cracker type of flavor to it. And right on the back end, just as like it feels as though you're going to be overwhelmed by just that sort of breadiness, there's this hint of citrus, which my tongue is saying lemon, but it's just a hint. It's like just enough to open up the rest of the flavor. This is a very good beer. It is not what I expected. There's a hint of bitterness on the back of the tongue, but it's not so much bitterness that it's getting in the way of enjoying the beer. In fact, I think the bitterness sort of helps to bring out that little bit of lemon zest that I'm getting at the end. This is a nice beer, and this is not my style of beer. I would not turn my nose up at this. If I came across this and this was in a restaurant, I would happily drink this. Now at 5%, good ABV, you're not getting any burn, which is nice. And I mean, if you've been on this channel before, I mean, we look at beers that are normally anywhere from 13 all the way up. I think the highest we've done here is like 22%. This is 5%. And would I classify this as a dangerous beer? A little bit. You could drink a bunch of this and not realize how much you were drinking. Again, it's the equivalent alcohol-wise, not flavor-wise. Okay, there's a tremendous amount of flavor in here. It's about the same ABV as a Budweiser. It's about 10,000 times better tasting than anything that I've ever had from Budweiser. So this is really, really excellent. But one of those beers on a hot summer day, I could see you easily going through the full 4-pack here. Now, I don't remember what I paid for this. And quite frankly, I might not have paid for this because when I go down to Gusto, they inevitably throw in like an extra can or two. So this might have been one of those freebies that they threw me, and I want to be honest about that. But regardless, it's an excellent, excellent beer if you see it, and I don't think it's available at this point on their website. But you know, the nice thing about Gusto is it has cycles, and a lot of the beers come back. Not all of them, but a lot. And if this one came back, would I buy it again? Yes, I would. Would I drive the 3 hours to get it? Again, I'm more of a stout person than I am a Kölsch person. So, you know, if there was a good stout or a good double IPA on tap there, would I drive down and buy this as well? Absolutely. If I was down in Cape May and I saw this, I would get this in a heartbeat. This is awesome. And again, not exactly what I was expecting, in a good way. And that's sort of the nice thing about the smaller brew pubs or breweries, is that they are able to really, really surprise you with the amount of flavor they get out of, you know, beer styles. And in this case, they're getting a tremendous amount of flavor out of this. So anyway, folks, I'm gonna sit back and enjoy the rest of this beer. This is again called Choreographed Explosions, and this is a Kölsch-inspired ale by Gusto Brewing Company. And if you see it out there, I would definitely pick it up. And if you happen to be down in North Cape May, New Jersey, I would check out Gusto. You will not be sorry if you go in there and try basically anything I've tried on their menu, beer-wise, has been exceptionally good. Anyway, folks, I hope you enjoyed the review. If you did, hit that like button, subscribe, and I'll see you next time on End of the Day Beer Review. Cheers.